Hi, good day. This is Mervanwe Smith from South Africa. Thank you very much for taking the time out to have a look at my video. Today, I want to talk to you about Triple M Global, how it works, and how it can benefit you. We're currently in 107 countries and have over 138 million members. 138 million members. That is huge. We're the largest donation exchange network in the world. And it basically came into the program as we know it today. It came into effect in 2011. Triple M is a voluntary exchange network, passing money from member to another member. We're a community of people helping people. The ideology behind Triple M is simply this, is that we have to have banks, right? Because that's how we understand society at the moment. And there are banks all over the world. Where does every piece or cent of money that we have goes into the bank? All the cash that we have goes in there. So what does the bank do? They then take that money and they say, build a building. They give us little interest, maybe some, very low interest anyway. But if you're anything like me, I have an overdraft, so they charge me interest. There's bank charges of all sorts of measures. So they have a monopoly, and they live the high life really right now. So after they build this building, do we get a share in the revenue of it? No, not at all. But they use our money, right? Money controls us. It causes us pain and it causes us pleasure. And it's just paper. Somebody has given it value. They say that the brown note that's 200 is more than the pink note that's 50 Rand, for instance. But it's all just the same stuff. It's paper, right? Somebody gave that value. But in Triple M, they provide financial freedom outside of the current economical structure, things that keep us working ourselves to death. You know what it's like. You need some extra money for a holiday or to buy a house or school clothing or whatever the situation happens to be. So what do? You go and you work harder. You get an extra job. You find casual work, etc. You just work yourself to the bone. Anyway, so Triple M is helping us to get out of that rat race, and get some control in our own life. So how does it work? Simply, it's people giving to people. Some give money and some get money. So for instance, you want to give 1,000 Rand. That then is changed into our internal currency called mavros. It's a point system. You could look at it that way. Now, those mavros then grow at 30% compounded every single month. And what does that mean? It means that if I give 1,000 Rand this month, the end of the month, I'll have 1,300. The next month, then they calculate the interest on 1,300, not on 1,000. Practically, how does it work? You make a pledge today of 1,000 and it's immediately converted into Mavro, and it earns, as I've said, 30% from the time you hit the pledge button. People are just clamoring to get in, and they keep saying, yeah, when can I pay my money over? When can I pay my money over? When are they going to ask me for the money? And the funny thing is, how often do you do that to pay your doctor's bill? It takes 6 weeks at the moment to actually pay the money over to the person who's requested some help. So in effect, this is marvelous because you make a profit before you even make your payment. So today is the 31st of December 2015. If I make a pledge of 1,000 Rand today, the chances are, if I'm using Rand and not Bitcoins, the chances are the system will not request before the end of January my money. So when I pay it over in January, say for instance the 31st, I will pay over 1,000 Rand. And immediately once it's paid and it's cleared, I will be able to draw 1,300. Isn't that amazing? So that's how that works. So what else do I want to discuss with you? There are different ways to make additional money within Triple M. Okay, so I've told you about the 30%, but when you give help, that's one thing. But when you ask for your money back, so now you want to withdraw the 1,300 that you have in the system. When you get that into your bank, they ask you to do a testimonial. Now, if you do that testimonial as a video, they'll give you an additional 5%. How awesome is that? Just for making a simple video to say who you are, where you're from, how much did you give, when did you get it? Now, how simple is that for an extra 5%? And on top of that, that 5% will be earning interest. So if you are very much an entrepreneur, how would you like to make an additional 10%? Yes, that's right, 10%. So all you do is you refer people. My brother, my uncle, my aunt, whatever. Whatever they pledge, you earn 10% on that. And that too attracts 30% monthly interest because it'll sit inside of your system. How awesome is that? So security, we need to have security, right? Security in the system, security, how does this community get policed, etc. So the thing is, Triple M has extremely strict security systems to ensure that it does last forever. When members don't comply to the rules of the program, their accounts are blocked and it's very difficult to get that reversed. But there's another thing that they have, which is called a pause mode. This is to protect the entire community. This happens when there isn't enough people providing help and too many people getting help. So what they'll do is they'll put the system on pause, which stops calculating the interest until the providing help people increases into the safe mode again. And this, as I say, is fantastic because it protects the entire community. You might ask, how do I know I'm going to get help? So you've given in your 1,000 Rand. How do you know for sure that you're going to have that money returned? Well, in your back office, in your website. So when you register, you get a website which gives you your back office. Okay, so inside your back office, you'll notice that they will put up a notice in there saying, Joe Bloggs has been told to pay over your money and they have 36 hours or 72 hours to pay it to you. And they have, within that 72 hours to pay it and to prove the payment, you must see it in your bank. If they don't, the system will shut them down, block them as quick as a flea on a dog's back. And they will just move that request to the next person wanting to give help. So you will always, always, always get your money. And that is fantastic. Triple M have very, very strict rules, okay? So, and that's good because then we know that we're secure and we're safe. All right, so that this video isn't too long. I want to just summarize what I've spoken about. You give money and that money is converted into Mavros. And the Mavros is a point system that then generates at 30% per month compounded. Remember what I said, 1,000 turns into 1,300. Then the interest on 1,300, then it gets calculated for the next month. You can earn an additional 5% by doing a simple short video when you've received help. You can also earn the referral commission if you want of 10% when those people donate. Just want to mention a couple of last things in that there is no joining fee whatsoever. It's absolutely free to join. Monthly subscriptions and you get a lifetime membership. So once you've enrolled, if your account hasn't been blocked or closed, you will always, always be a member, and that's fantastic. Well, thank you. So you're probably saying, well, tell me, how do I get started? Simple. Just go to mmmsa.org and register today. There's a register button on the right-hand side. Click on that and register. If for any more information, just contact me through that website. But I just want to say thank you for listening, and I expect to be able to assist you to become financially free. And one of the biggest beliefs or sort of mottos, sayings that we have is that together we can change the world.